There I stood on the 15 freeway, hurt, confused. It was as if someone ripped my heart out of my chest. I didn't know what to do. All I can do was pray. This was May 15th, 2018, the day I remember the most, the day I lost my son. We were on the way to my mom's house. Mother's Day was near, and my son wanted to see his grandmother. He had been wanting to see multiple people, and I've been taking him, not knowing what I was going to face, not knowing what was going to happen, but he wanted to see his grandmother, so why not go see his grandmother? So we're on the way to my mom's house. My son was playing on my phone, and all of a sudden he stopped, and he said, "I don't want to die, Mom. I'm scared to die because I'm going to miss you." That resonated with me for a long time. It wasn't that he was scared to die. It was that he was scared to miss me. That hurts my heart every time I think about it. But on the way, I thought about this and I thought about this. But to get it out of my head, I played music. Now we're at my mother's house. We had fun. We enjoyed ourselves. We sung. We played. Everything. Now it's time to go. Now we're leaving, and my son doesn't want to leave. But this was Sunday, and he had school the next day, and so did my other children, so we had to leave. So we left my mother's house. We dropped my brother and my niece off and headed towards home. We lived in Apple Valley at that time. So we get there. It's a smooth ride all the way till we hit the 15 minutes from our house, the car begins to shake violently. I didn't know what was going on, so in panic, I pressed the brake. The car then turned and hit the guardrail. I had no control. Once we hit the guardrail, we started to flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And then finally the car landed opposite of traffic. I looked on the side and I see my oldest daughter there. She was fine. And then I looked to the back. I didn't see any of my kids. And so I wiped my face and I looked to the back again. And I see my youngest baby on one side and my oldest son on the other. I looked to the middle where my son was. There his seatbelt lies fastened, but I didn't see my son. But because how my car, or my trunk rather, was set up, I thought he had maybe flipped into the trunk. I reached my hand out to ask for help, and there I see my son laying in the freeway. I hopped out the window in a panic, ran and grabbed my baby, and I seen that he was no longer breathing. I seen that there was nothing I could do, but the mother in me would not let go. I tried to give him CPR. I tried everything I could, but nothing was working. I turned and I see all of these little faces looking at me, wondering, what is going on? Mama, is he okay? Mama, what's going on? They had so many questions that I couldn't answer. So many questions that I needed to know the answers to as well. As the ambulance come, I remember looking up and I'm saying, Lord, you have to help me. Because if you don't help me, I'm going to die. So the two ambulance came. 2 of my kids went in one, and me and my other daughter went in another ambulance. I hear them asking questions, but in my mind, all I could do was ask God questions. I already knew it was nothing my kids could do. I knew it was nothing I can do. And right then, I asked God to save me. How did I know that the worst day of my life could become the rest of my life? My son passed away May 15th. He was born March 26th. This is one of his obituaries. I will never forget this day. But what's more important is that day, God saved my soul. And the scripture he gave me was, "For I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you." The worst day became the best day because God saved my soul.